Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving into the intriguing dance between introverts and extroverts, a sort of, finding harmony between opposites.
That's a fascinating topic. Can an introvert really thrive in a relationship with an extrovert?
Absolutely. And it's really all about how opposites attract. You see, introverts recharge with quiet time, while extroverts
Yeah.
draw energy from social interactions. It's like two different rhythms coming together in a duet.
And that creates both excitement and challenges, right?
Exactly. Think about it. Introverts need time alone to process their thoughts, and extroverts thrive on engaging with a group of people. But these differences can actually be the foundation for a balanced, fulfilling relationship when both partners truly understand each other's worlds.
Right. So is it all about acceptance then?
For the most part, yes. It starts with understanding the differences between the two. You have to not take those differences personally. For instance, if an extrovert goes out with friends while the introvert wants to curl up with a book, it's not about avoiding you. It's just part of who they are.
True. That makes sense. And I imagine communication plays a huge role in this balancing act.
Absolutely. The guide emphasizes speaking directly about what you need. Instead of relying on nonverbal cues that can be misread, clear verbal communication is key. It's like, say, choosing between a stay-at-home date and a night out. Both have their merits, but talking about your preferences prevents misunderstandings.
Yep. That direct talk can really save a lot of hurt feelings, can't it?
It sure can. There are 5 main steps outlined for creating harmony in these relationships. First, understand the differences. Second, don't take those differences personally. Third, communicate verbally instead of relying on what you assume. Fourth, be willing to compromise. And finally, appreciate how your different traits actually complement each other.
Sounds solid. So it's like a constant push-pull, where one partner is the calm, grounding force, and the other is the spark of energy.
Exactly. It's like your introverted side brings calm and reflection, while your extroverted partner sparks adventure and energy. Both aspects can really help balance out the relationship.
But what about when the extrovert's social urges clash with the introvert's need for solitude? Doesn't that sometimes lead to frustration?
That's a valid point. It all comes down to not taking those actions personally. When an extrovert makes plans, it's not an intentional slight. It's simply them following their natural tendency. The guide really stresses that clear conversation about boundaries and needs can ease transitional moments.
Right. And speaking of clear conversation, I really like how the guide advises getting rid of assumptions.
Yes. Assumptions are like those hidden traps in any relationship. Instead, if you express what you need directly, both partners can learn to compromise as a team. Imagine deciding together whether to have a quiet night in or an outing with friends. It's all about
Absolutely.
teamwork and finding the right balance.
It sounds almost like tuning two instruments, where each one has a different tone, but you still need them to play in harmony.
Exactly. It's like a duet with each instrument adding its own flavor, yet coming together to create a beautiful melody.
That's a great analogy. And what about the positive side? I mean, isn't there a real upside to these differences?
Definitely. Extroverts can gently encourage introverts to step out of their comfort zones, helping them try new things and grow in social situations. Meanwhile, introverts offer a calming, more introspective perspective that can really ground an extroverted lifestyle.
Right. It's a win-win. Now, I have a thought. What if an extrovert tries too hard to push the boundaries and the introvert feels overwhelmed?
That's a really important challenge to address. It underscores the need for mutual respect of personal boundaries. Each partner must remain mindful of the other's comfort zone. If things get too overwhelming, seeking clear, gentle feedback or even professional guidance can help recalibrate the balance.
Yep, that sounds wise. On that note, I know the guide also points to practical resources that can support couples, right?
Yes, indeed. There are several offerings like relationship advisors, coaching programs, and interactive workshops that utilize research-based methods. These tools help couples analyze their strengths and weaknesses and work together toward a harmonious connection.
Fascinating. It's interesting how the same principles applied by, say, relationship experts are really just detailed approaches to what many couples already experience in their daily lives.
Exactly. In the end, whether you're guided by expert methods or simply honest, open conversation, it all boils down to understanding and valuing what each person brings to the table.
Totally agree. I really like this perspective. It's less about trying to change each other and more about appreciating and working with those natural differences.
Right on. And let's not forget, sometimes these differences can be the very fuel that propels personal growth. For instance, an introvert might develop more confidence by gradually engaging in those social adventures the extrovert enjoys, while the extrovert might learn to pause and
Exactly.
reflect.
It's like they balance each other out perfectly. I have to ask, though, do you think there's a risk that one might end up feeling pressured to conform too much to the other's style?
That's a fair concern. Both partners have to maintain their authentic selves. The goal isn't to force change, but to create a harmonious space where both can flourish. Each partner's identity is respected and adjustments are made mutually rather than one-sided.
That really makes sense. And sometimes that might mean having some tough conversations, but ones that actually lead to a deeper understanding rather than hurt feelings.
Precisely. It's like building a foundation where you openly discuss even the uncomfortable parts. That's where clear verbal communication becomes a real game changer.
Absolutely. I wonder if sometimes, though, introverts might find it extra challenging to speak up about these issues, given that they fuel their stress. What do you think?
I see that concern, and it's definitely real. But the guide suggests that once both partners see the benefits of direct communication, even the more reserved person can feel empowered to share their thoughts without fear of judgment. It's a process, really, starting small and gradually building up trust in the dialogue.
That's reassuring. It's almost like learning a new language together, with its own set of rules and rewards.
Exactly, it's a negotiation, where you both learn to say, "This is what I need," or "I appreciate when you do that." Each conversation builds more intimacy and understanding.
Yep, that's the secret sauce. And in the end, it sounds like embracing those differences, rather than fighting them, can actually make the relationship stronger and more dynamic.
That's exactly it. By combining the introvert's introspection with the extrovert's enthusiasm, couples can create a unique balance that enriches both their personal growth and their relationship overall.
Right on. So, for anyone navigating this dance of opposites, your tips really highlight that it's not about changing who you are, but about building a shared space where both personalities shine.
Yep, and it's about celebrating that blend of calm and energy. Whether you're just starting out or already deep in the journey, understanding, clear communication, and mutual respect are like the cornerstone to finding harmony.
Absolutely. It's reassuring to know that even though these differences can seem daunting at times, they ultimately offer a way to grow together.
Totally. And if you ever feel stuck, remember that sometimes professional guides and relationship programs can give you that extra boost to keep the dialogue flowing.
Exactly. Sometimes a little help goes a long way. I love this take on balancing introversion and extroversion. It's not a contest. It's, two different worlds coming together to create something uniquely beautiful.
Right. And it's like a rewarding journey where each conversation, each shared moment, is a step toward a richer, more supportive partnership. Thanks for joining in on this exploration today.
Cheers to that.